Thank you, coach. Thank you, colleagues. Yeah, coach, AmaZulu on the losing side tonight here at Moses Mabhida. Not a nice one to take, but in your own words, your thoughts on the match.
Thanks. Good evening to the members of the media. Yeah, I think as we all know that we're playing against a quality side. I think at the moment, when you look at how Orlando Pirates is playing, I think they are the best team in the country at the moment, domestic football. So there's no doubt about it. So we needed to make sure that we manage them first. A reason being we only had 1 day to prepare the team, and when you look at the team, hence we had to try and refresh the squad when we started with Pule and Bongani. But unfortunately, I think first half we were a little bit sluggish. You could see our reaction speed was very, very slow, which I believe could have been better. And now when you play against a quality team like Pirates and you are a little bit slow in defending, you are a little bit slow in coming out of tight situations, connecting with the transition players as well. So I think we played in trips and traps, and whenever we caught them, we did not capitalize, more especially on the side of Ngozi. We had about 2-3 chances where you could have just brought the ball in quickly, just target the player and then you control the ball and allow them to recover and have numbers inside the box and be ready to cut any pass that comes in. So, but Hannah, I think, gave us that. So had we maybe a little bit of balance, because maybe giving us 3 or 4, and then Hannah also giving us 3 or 4, we were gonna get something in the first half. But we couldn't get anything. I think second half we had to make few substitutions. I think we came alive. I think we could have capitalized because now we started pressing from in to out. And then we changed it again immediately when we saw that they were slowing the game down. We pressed, from out to in, and we nearly got 1 or 2 good moments to capitalize on, but we couldn't capitalize. But yeah, I must give credit to our players. I think they gave their all. It wasn't to be in terms of the results. And congratulations to Orlando Pirates. They are quality side, there's no doubt about it. But again, I think maybe we expected a lot, from our boys, because we also saw the opportunity of, at least for a change, be number 1 on the log. Because we wanted to win, we really wanted to win this one. It was important. A lot was at stake. When you look at the history, it was the last time we, as AmaZulu, we won a game against Pirates, so we wanted to change, that. We wanted to make our supporters happy, we wanted to make the board and the president, happy. And also, the players themselves, be the generation that, break that, whatever it is, if it's a case, or, so we wanted a lot of things in this game were going to happen. And that could be also a moral booster, for them to see themselves, challenging. Though with us right now, we're taking 1 game at a time. And it's all up to us. We're still within the target in terms of finishing 4th on the log and build on from that.
Okay, coach, we'll start with the front row.
Hi, Coach. Snitten Mastole from Itiski Times. You saying you are playing the best team in the country right now. You also mentioned a lot of changes that you could have utilized, almost equalized at the end with that free kick. I mean, is there a sense of pride when you look at how you fought them, and also when you look at your position in the league, and you've always spoken about the pot that you're cooking since the start of the season, just your run in general. Is there a sense of pride when you look at that, and also the way you fought today?
Yeah, look, we are proud of ourselves, to be quite honest. I don't think when we started the season, when you look at our squad, I think a lot of people never thought we'd be in the position that we're in. A lot of people never thought that at one stage, like today, that if we win the game, we can be number one on the log. You know, when you look at our squad, player for player, probably you think we are number 9 in terms of the squad value. You know, but when you look at how our players, you know, give their best in every game, the commitment, the desire to win games, the eagerness, it is second to none. And I'm so proud of them. I'm really proud of them. I even told them before the game, I said, trust me, none of the people that saw us coming, and they still don't see us coming. Why? Because when they look at our team, they see a team that, yes, we are building and we're taking it, you know, one game at a time. We don't want to put ourselves under pressure. But at the same time, if there is an opportunity for us to grow and take our game to the next level, why not? Of which this game was giving us that opportunity, you know, as a club and as a group, to capitalize on the situation that is there, you know, and it wasn't to be. So, but I'm proud of the players, to be quite honest. I'm so proud.
Hi, Coach. Hi, I am Yusuf from Gagasi FM. Coach, I know you mentioned that you wanted to go all out for the victory here today to go top of the table. Do you feel perhaps you could have been a bit more attacking in your setup prior to the game, and just go a bit more like bar for bar with Pirates and go pound for pound with them? Or do you feel like that would have been maybe you shooting yourself in the foot given how talented they are on their side? Do you feel it would work in your favor if we were more attacking?
Yeah, you know, it's more like it's a win-win situation. One, we needed, as I said, as I've alluded earlier on, that we only arrived from Bloemfontein. We arrived on Sunday, back home around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. As you know, the travel arrangements are a little bit awkward because we only have 2 options. From Durban to Joburg, you get into the bus, you drive about 4 to 5 hours to Bloemfontein. And there it was very, very difficult. The conditions, it was very hot for the players. It was probably 34 degrees. I can't remember. Maybe the guys will remind me. So now we left a lot there. We fought, tooth and nail to get those points away from home. And then we had to, unfortunately, we couldn't get a flight back immediately after the game. Even though we played at 3, we couldn't get a flight. As you know, the airport is small. So the only option was to take a bus again to Joburg, and still, even if you go to Joburg, that means you have to fly from Joburg to Durban again. It depends what time with the whole squad and the technical team. It depends what time you're going to get that flight. So we resorted to sleep over after the game, and our first flight, obviously we had to do the return that side, and then fly out from Bloemfontein Sunday morning to Joburg. And then our flight, we got to Joburg around 1 to 2, and our flight was delayed. And then we got here around 4 or 5. So that means the day that we were supposed to recuperate recover the players the day is gone. Because time on feet also takes a lot from the players. You are standing at the airport, you are in a queue and all those things. We might take them for granted, but trust me, when you are a player, they count a lot. When you need a complete rest in order for you to recover fully. So, and then already there is now the hype. We won away from home. We fancy our chances. There is the hype of now we're playing Pirates. If we beat Pirates, we become #1. So now you can imagine what's happening to the players' minds that time. They see the opportunity and we want to take things easy, keep our feet on the ground and remain humble. But we fancy our chances as well because we promised ourselves that at home no one should come out. So we needed to be smart in terms of the approach. You can't just go out guns blazing when the energy levels are low. You can only do that when the energy levels allows. So we needed to manage that part. Then that's when now second half we said, okay, that's why Atini started on the bench. Actually, we nearly lost Atini because he came out first half. He had a massive problem. So we took a risk because we were chasing the game actually today. The plan was we're not going to even include him in the team because we were scared that we might end up losing him for the rest of the season. Because the games are coming thick and fast. So it's also difficult when you are building a team and you lose key players in that process. But I think, as I said, I think the game plan, when you look at how we considered, we had numbers. Hence, I said, Relay is not one of the best headers of the ball, but he scored with so we've got big boys at the back, so we know that we could have done better. But the speed reaction on the night was a bit slow, which is understandable, and you could see, they tried their level best. I could even see their, facial expression. We know when a player is tired, he wants to do something, but he has nothing left in his body, and he is a key member at that moment, and that something can come out of nothing because of his experience and the value that is adding to the club as well, regardless of the age or whether it can be a young or old player. But the players, I think, all those players who were in the park today, they gave their all, to get maximum points, and it wasn't to be.
Now, Coach, just a simple one for me today. Lusande from Soccer Laduma. I just want to get your thoughts on Pule Eksteen's 100th cap today.
Yeah, look, it's a milestone that doesn't usually come easy, for a player. That alone tells you that probably the player has been with the club for the past 4 to 5 years, because you don't get to 100 games. That means you play at least 25 games per season. And when you look at Pule as well, has been, when I got here, he was injured. He was coming from a long layoff. So now you can imagine with his quality that he would have reached 100 games a long time ago. But yeah, it wasn't to be, and certain things that happen for a reason. But as professional as he is as a player, I'm happy for him. Not too many players they get to 100, let alone 50 this nowadays. So because the game is demanding, there's a lot of challenges, and there's also a lot of youngsters that are coming from all over the angles, and it's more especially in KZN, and there's so much, there's talent in abundance. So we also want to capitalize on that. So I'm happy for him.